Diana Rose was Diana Rose, you know. Before I knew Christ, I've always known Christ. Let's begin from there.
Yes.
I've always known Christ. But now things are different. The way I know him right now and the way I used to know him before.
Yes.
They're two completely different versions of me.
Uh-huh.
Years before I knew there was a God, I used to go to church sometimes. Sometimes I used to go to church. But I just had I was dealing with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And most of it, the thing that happened, I used to rely on my own understanding, not on what God's will was. Like it was tough.
It was tough.
Tough.
Yes, you knew Christ, but also you are dependent on your own understanding. That is a very interesting part.
I know.
Wow. So, what are some of the things that you have struggled with before?
Before?
Yeah.
A lot. But the bigger thing was anger. I used to have lots of anger issues. Like anything could have upset me, and that's it. Mimi na makasiriko tulikuwa hivi. It was, other than anger, I think also you don't realize you have a problem until you're willing to accept that you have a problem. So I used to deal with anger, I used to deal with depression, I used to deal with a lot, be it friendship, relationship, you name it. And then I never had someone like I could say one-on-one, could have that honest conversation one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like for me, I used to keeping things for myself.
How did you deal with the anger? When you are in a situation where like now it's bringing this anger personality out.
In the past, when I was angry, everyone could tell I was angry. My face could say it all. Even a stranger, like even approaching me was a very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Because the one look I'll give it to you and you'd be like,
oh, I'm done.
This one is
Yeah, because I have remembered when I knew you, you kind of gave me this vibe of, I just cannot come close to you because I felt like, this girl is just, I'm not about to handle the personality.
Yeah.
But that is misjudgment. And most of us would do that. We just look at people and we misjudge them. And we think that they are this kind of a person. But once you get to learn about them, you get that like you are wrong.
Yeah, and I get that a lot. Like I'm always very misjudged. Everyone comes and goes with their own different perspective of who they think I am.
Yeah.
So majority they're always like, this one is a bad girl. This one is, she's always high. I don't know, because also I have an eye problem. So somebody will see me and they're like, this one today is high. Oh, you're sharp. Oh, you're a bad girl. Oh, bad girl. Like majority of people know that I'm such a bad girl. God. And for sometimes I used to like it that way. Like, you feel free to judge me. Like you
never used to care?
No, I was very overconfident, by the way. Not that I'm still confident, yes. But I'm trying to be at a, you know, level. I don't want to overdo it the way I used to overdo it.
Yeah.
Because people will come and judge me the way they want to judge, and like, that is your opinion. You can think whatever you want. I'm me, and I'm going to keep doing me.
Yeah.
But now, as I said, you don't until you acknowledge the fact that you have a problem. Like before, I used to have anger issues, but like sick on any big deal.
Yeah.
I could not actually say or admit that I'm having an anger issue. No. So the more I kept having bad experiences, I'm having issues, and I'm keeping it all to myself. Then somebody one day told me, the more you keep having so much in you, like you don't want to release it.
Yeah.
It's like a cup. So once you keep pouring and pouring, it's going one day to be full, start overflowing.
Yeah, true.
And that was an advice I had along, but I did not really think about it.
You're like, yeah.
Oh, yes. So from there, I said, it came to a point where by now, I'm way too angry. Like when I get upset, for me to release the anger, I'm feeling choked. Like I'm literally being choked with anger.
Yeah.
So it's either I cry, like I just cry, talk,
Wow.
or
The Diana that we know, cry.
yeah, but no one will see. That one is something I did very privately. When I was way too angry, very angry, and I cannot control it anymore. I just vanish.
I think we say that always say like those people who present themselves as very strong, they're the most fragile.
Very, very. And then for me, that anger was also a way of defending myself from the world.
Oh, so you're keeping
people.
a shield.
Yeah, there was that shield, like no one should cross that path. Like this wall is only for me and me alone. Because majority of people don't really understand me, don't really get to know who I am.
Unless they want to start knowing who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they need to take time to get to know who is this.
Yeah.
Because most of people, when you hear them talking about their narrows, you are a witness now.
I know. So
has their own opinion. Everyone like, what?
So when you say like you putting that shield, ilichangia other people judging you, because I am one of them. I used to judge you just based on how you look.
Yeah.
Because you used to give like this attitude, like don't even come close.
Like,
can you say like
try.
you added that into other people judging you?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I prefer people seeing me that way. It was, you know, I don't know how people will take it, but for me, it was a way of protecting myself from so many things.
Yeah.
Like I preferred them. Judge me the way, like that is how I wanted to view me. That is how I wanted to judge
and you're
me.
Okay with it.
I'm so much okay with that. Like I don't see any essence of you getting to know me. What's the point? That was me before.
Wow. What is one thing that God has really worked on you?
That anger.
The anger.
Like I can't believe it's me. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, is that really you? The old you would have done that thing very differently. Like you would have reacted very differently.
Yeah. Hey, that is really awesome. Hey, but now it is the things that God really knows. Like if we continue with this journey, then it is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So I need to work on you first. I need to work on your heart until you get to a place where now you're okay. If you pass through a situation, you'll be okay to overcome it.
Yeah.
Because God amekupatia that peace. God may work on that anger. God may work with that weariness and that burden inside of you and the bitterness. Because sometimes we have bitterness.
Yeah. Like you are so bitter with the world, you're so bitter with the people. Like for me, before mtu angenikosea, like it's not even I'll sit down and dive in it. I'm like, of all the things, why did he or she choose to do this? Like, why me? Like, why did, of all the people, ametembea tu akatafuta tu anyway, anafanya kaona tu ni mimi. And that the more I'm dwelling into it, the more I'm getting angry, I'm getting pissed, I'm getting bitter. I could look at it and I'm like, do you know, we can be friends or colleagues, but we can be existing in the same room, but to me, you don't
exist.
Like, I don't see you.
I think you used to give that vibe. I think even for you have given me that vibe.
I don't see you.
Where like, you just pass and I'm like, I'm not singing. And I'm like, did I do something?
I know. I don't see you.
Like, I hope God has worked on you with that, because I do not want to experience that again.
No.
And hope other people are not experiencing that again. We are not perfect, but we are working on it. So can you explain how waiting on God has changed you? Like just waiting on Him. Let me explain it further. In this, you are in this space where you are trusting God with this specific thing. Then anaamua, my girl, I'm not giving it to you right now.
Like it's not time.
You better wait. And remember, hapo kidogo nilikuwa nimesema like sometimes God will, if we are going to work on you, let's work on this. Na amekwambia wait on this other thing that you are asking me to give you so that we work on it, then that other thing will come later. Can you please try to tell us that one thing that the waiting, how does the waiting feel?
Waiting.
Is it real?
It's real. And
the waiting is it is real, yeah?
It's real. It's tough. Sometimes it can be devastating. I'm like, oh God, am I not doing this thing right?
Uh-huh.
I thought I changed. Am I still backsliding or is there something I'm still doing wrong? But you're not revealing it to me. Hey, the waiting period, man, then go. See, life, it's hard.
It is hard, yeah?
It's not easy.
Has it put you in a space where you just want to quit on God and just say, like, check it, let me just do it my way. I don't trust your way anymore.
Like, I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, I can't really say we have gotten to that point, but I was like, even if I'm not doing this the way God wants me to do. Yeah. What exactly am I going to do? Nothing. So I sit back, try to reflect, and I'm like, I don't want to solve this problem the way I could have solved it the older me. So if I want to change, I want to be a better woman, I want to do good, I want to treat people right, and just do what is good and what is right.
Yeah.
If I decide to solve this thing the way I used to solve it before, then I'll be taking 10 more steps
you are relying
backwards.
on your own understanding.
And that is not what I want.
Yeah.
Because the way I used to rely on my own understanding, things used to go from bad to worse.
Tell me about it.
When you think you're solving this problem, now you've added 20 problems on top of it. So no, I'm like, no, just be patient. And most of the time when I pray, I'm always like, God, give me patience.
Yeah.
I know that is one thing I used to lack, but I'm really working on that. I'm like, I need you to give me patience, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on how to handle situations differently, and to be a calm woman, chill.
Because
chill.
God is a chill. God akona your chill personality.
Exactly.
So for the rest of you, just comment down below and tell us, during your wait, what is that one thing that you are trusting that God to work on you with? Because the waiting can be long.
And also tell us the waiting period.
Yeah, how does it feel? The waiting, because sometimes you'll be instructed to do some things, and in your heart, you do not want to do it.
And then let me tell you another thing about the waiting period. That's where temptation gets in. Stress, depression. You are like, you want to do this, but you're like, no, right now I'm taking you in a different path. I should not be thinking of doing this thing. That period, it's one learning experience, by the way. Just be patient with it. I'm also working on it. I'm not there yet.
We all are working on that. What is that one thing that you are working on while you are waiting on God?
Yeah.
So now that you are in Christ Jesus, some personality that has just vanished, you knowing, I used to be this person, I used to be this chick.
Yeah.
But now, since I am in Christ Jesus, I have decided to walk in the path of Christ.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that zimeenda too, they have just vanished and you did not know, you're just coming to realize later, wait, I used to be this type of a person. What happened? Talk to us about that.
So the thing that have just vanished out of the blue.
Yeah.
How I used to handle situations, for instance.
Yeah.
When you say, okay, I don't let it slide. I'm dealing with you right now. You cross me path and I be quiet. Cannot be me.
Wait.
Whom do you think you're talking to? Who are you? I was like, do you even know whom you're talking to?
Will you mind if maybe it is your boss, or maybe your colleague, or maybe your friend?
Let me give you a scenario. So my boss, there's a time, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he had sent me somewhere. I cannot really remember the scenario. But once I got to that office, I was very frustrated. I'm very pissed. I'm very angry. And then he's still like, Diana, I was like, chill, hold on. Today we are not doing that. I am already angry with you. Don't even think of
That is
exactly what I told you.
That is your boss. Oh my God, this guy.
And it was in front of people, the rest of the colleagues and all my workmates were
and you
there.
Don't care?
I didn't. I was like,
what happened?
I cannot remember what the
scenario was. Why were you frustrated?
I don't know what he told me. I think he had sent me somewhere. Then upon sending me, I don't know if you also had sent someone else to do the same work that I was told to do. Like,
Oh,
so
so
I
it
felt
was
very
like you're wasting my time.
you're wasting my time, you're wasting my energy, you're not paying me for all this thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Ni mimi kujitolea.
That
And I
is
still come
frustrating.
back to the office and you're still, you want to show me that you're more pissed than me. Who told you can do that?
Who is
Shit.
more pissed?
Yeah, let me tell you who's more angry. You know, like,
Wow.
the moment I told him, don't try me today, like, not today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very angry with you. In fact, I'm very, very angry.
Mm.
So don't add more salt to the injury.
Yeah.
He was very quiet. He never responded.
Mm-hmm.
He did not do anything. I was like, then I came to realize that thing later on when I was like at home chilling. I'm like,
Something have changed.
what did you just do? So that was me before.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, when I feel like this a situation can escalate to a very negative way or a very negative path that I don't want to take.
Mm.
So I'll just, I know when I'm angry or when I'm getting angry.
Mm.
So I'd rather walk away from that situation or just end it with, okay, ni sawa.
Wow.
So, and I'll just go on. And, you know, before, kulikuwa na ile ni sawa, but ni ile ya ubaya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ni
hasira.
sawa lakini utaona.
Like, we'll revisit.
Tutacheki hiyo story.
Your story tutarudia. We shall revisit. But nowadays, I'm very calm. Like, you have pissed me off. Like, umenifanyia kitu, I'm not okay with it. But nowadays, I'm like, okay, no problem. And it's okay. Na ni hivyo tu, like, nimecheki hiyo story imeisha hivyo. That is one thing that you are
Has
changing and
vanished.
it has vanished. I'm like,
The
jamani,
new you. Are you loving the new you?
a lot. Like, is that really you?
You're still a shocking mode.
I
You're
can't
like,
believe it's me.
wow.
I can't believe it.
So, how will you rate between the two scenarios? Like, if that happened before and how you used to handle it, and how now it can happen right now? Because we're not living in a perfect world.
Yeah.
We can find ourselves in a very difficult situation. How will you react? Like, that thing that God has told you, do you say, like, there's that sweetness in God, yenye anakupatia that peace that surpasses all understanding?
True.
Because I feel like it's a lot. Yani, you being in the space where you're just calm. Because me, I also dealt with bitterness. I used to be very bitter with life because I felt like I have experienced rejection in so many ways. I used to feel like bitterness was part of me because I have struggled with a rejection, both from friends. Sometimes I felt like I had struggled with that in family. But now, being in a space where there's a song that says, like, tell God to cast out the spirit of rejection and He to add it the spirit of adoption. So the spirit of the adoption, now God anakwambia, like, you're not rejected. I have adopted you. Like, you're mine. You're not rejected.
You don't need to worry about the
Like,
rest. Yeah.
God has really made that personality to vanish in me. Like, I'm never bitter. Like, even things will happen and I'll be like, it's okay.
It's okay.
Sometimes I'll be like, I'll pray for you. And by the way, these people that pray, I don't know now because they pray about everything. Yeah, so that is so interesting. Alafu, there's a verse in Psalms 91.
Before you get to the verse, you know, as we are talking about bitterness, I don't know, I think it's the experiences we go through.
Yeah.
Even though you might know Christ, but there's knowing Christ and there's also fully knowing Christ. What he can do, the changes he can make, the impossibilities that are there, and you're like, he actually came through. He did this for me.
Yeah, true.
Because I also remember, other than dealing with bitterness, I dealt with rejection, with abandonment. So I was like, and I hate people. For me, I really hated people coming into my life and then
leaving.
Like, why are you doing that?
Why will you just walk in and walk out the way you
who gave you that right?
Hey, Vanity.
I was so angry. I was so bitter. I was very frustrated, and I'm like, there's a time I just sat down, and as I told you, like, that person will break down in silence. No one will actually notice. So I broke down and I was really crying. The tears were just coming out. When I remember the life I've lived, challenges I've gone through, the things I've gone through, from family, from friends, I don't know, you mention it, and everything negative I think I've experienced it all. So I was like, am I here by mistake? Why does it have that every difficult thing I have to deal with it?
Why me?
Why me? Why can't I just have it easy? Like I used to admire the functioning families, you know. Like
Seeing the mother, father,
fathers,
children, they are all together. And
they're
you're like,
enjoying life. I'm like,
oh my God.
why could I not have this?
Yeah.
That was my question. And then I was like, even I would and just walk out there and I see people like maybe a couple and I'm like, wow. So am I also going to experience this thing one day, or for me?
Is it for other people?
Yeah. So like I used to struggle with so many things, but the moment I started praying, started coming closer to church, like nowadays I'm that person when things are getting tough, and I'm like I'm about to explode. I rather call you, babe, well,
we better pray.
This is not how it And then the other part of when I to hug you, when things are tough, and I'm like, hey, I need a prayer. I just need a prayer. Other than you like, okay, I'll pray for you, but also pray for yourself. I'm like, don't worry. So like, remember in December, I called you. I also called him. We just prayed,
and it happened nicely.
It just went smoothly.
That situation just.
Can you imagine? I was like,
hey. And something interesting about that is knowing like God, the heavens have backed you up. Knowing like God has given you this person in your life. Like when you're going through something, you can just call and they will show up. You know, sometimes we don't show up even physically.
True.
But knowing like the spirits, the alignment, you know. So it is so nice knowing like us that are walking in Christ, kuna hiyo heaven backing you up. Sometimes they may not even back you up on the people around you. God himself will just back you up.
Like
Akonyesha like, D, you're mine. And once I say you're mine, you're mine. So this thing, achana nayo niachie.
Let me handle it.
You remember the one that says like we do not fight against flesh and blood, but against the principalities and the powers. Hizo vitu zote. Like God backs you up. Kuna vita zingine si zako. Mwachie.
We're like,
separating yourself from, you know, that's so amazing. So how do you feel about change? The new you.
The new me is a very peaceful woman. I can't believe it. I'm a very peaceful woman. I'm very calm. Nowadays, when I'm having a problem, like before I was like, let me call so and so, see if come and this idea. But nowadays, I came to realize my first person that I should be running into, the only one I should be running into when things are tough, or when the things are going way too good to be true, it's God. I'm like, before I could call anyone else or do something else, let me first pray. And when I'm frustrated, for the first time when I feel frustrated, I'm like, nothing is working. I even think of just fasting.
Wow.
I'm like, if it's something, a situation that has gone beyond the days, I'm like, you need to fast. Just fast and pray. And then peace comes automatically. Can you believe it? Like, you just feel so satisfied. You're very at peace. The problem might be there, yes.
But God has just given you that peace.
You're not worried about it. Like you're coexisting with this problem. You
sit there, I sit here.
Let's see who
will win.
Exactly. Now that is the new me, and I'm actually really liking it. And right now I'm also praying that everyone God is going to bring into my circle, bring into my space. Let those people come from God. When the prayer becomes your friend, life becomes so easy. It's not going to be like a walking path. There's only going to be mountains and rivers to cross. But you cross it with Christ. And the burden is it's not there. The problem is there, but the burden, you won't feel it. You won't feel it at all.
And one thing I've come to realize about prayer, once you have started praying so much, even in times where you have forgotten, you had a very engaging there, at some point God will just push you aside and remind you, hey,
did we talk?
Not Jonge. We have not had any conversation. And you'll be like, has it happened to you?
Even today, I was like, so I was like, I was in school. And then we were from the branch, so we went to the main campus. Then we were like, we are going to pray, then make a few announcements. So after singing praise, and the people are busy now praising, I'm like,
Oh, so you
I
do
didn't-
pray in your school?
yeah, we do pray after 2 weeks. So I'm like, people are praising, people are what? I'm like,
Yeah.
did we really pray? So
Wow.
people are very busy praising. I was seated down praying.
Wow.
I was like, this is something nice. I want to
Wow.
continue doing
Every
this.
day.
Every single
And
day.
it's very amazing. Like
It's very
that feeling is so
satisfactory, but
amazing.
satisfy your soul in a way like your problems doesn't even bother you at all.
And have you found yourself praying and you are going through something, but you're not praying about that something? You're just praying about God. I want to know you. I want to grow into the knowledge of you.
Let me come
you're just
closer.
praying
Let me
about
come
you
closer to
having
you.
a relationship with God
Yeah, and
more than the things that you are going through.
rather than your problems. Like even if you don't know, you put it aside. Like, let's talk to you. It has happened.
It has,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm like, and if you're I'm like, did I really
Did
pray
I
about
pray
that
about
problem?
that thing? And even you start questioning, like, God, am I neglecting the things that I should be praying about? But
Yeah.
what I have learned, most of the time when we find ourselves drawn more closer to God, and akwambia kuna problems zingine tuniachie.
Yeah, I'll handle
Let's build our relationship first, yeah? And that's so amazing. So,
Yeah, true.
one last thing you want to tell our viewers?
Well, it has been nice. Like I did not even think it's gonna be this soft and just smooth. You remember how I was like, I've never done this before. This patterns. So to our dear viewers, my advice or my piece of mind would be make God your friend. Like let your first best friend be God.
Yeah.
Let your partner be God. Before doing anything, I mean, as little, hata kama ni kuonja hiyo chai iko na sukari ama haina, talk to God.
Mwambie thank you for each yenye
Thank you for this. Like he works in very mysterious ways. Before my favorite verse, I have a verse that is always very nice. It says in Psalms 119, 105, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path.
Wow.
So for me, it's just like, God, take lead. Like I just wanted to be in the forefront, I follow. You are be there, I mean, you know? Yeah. In everything, be it job, be it school, be it finances, be it family, be it sicknesses,
be it choosing friends,
choosing partners, like pray about everything. And regardless of what you think it is, pray about it. Pray, my dear. Once you pray about it, things are just going to follow, regardless of what you are going through. Because right now life is not easy. People are going through things that are happening in this world that it's beyond our own understanding.
Yeah.
So to be on a safer side, just make God your best friend. Things will go.
Nice. Yeah. That is so amazing. It was really nice having you here in my platform.
Thank you.
Taking some of your minutes.
I got you.
But I thank God of what anafanya for us young people.
Yeah.
Like before I could see you and I could never even thought like I'll ever sit down with you talking about God.
I know.
Kitambo ingekwanga like, you remember what we used to do like kitambo?
I know.
Like listening to hip hop.
Hip hop was our thing, and we were like,
but then we vibe because of hip hop. But right now, I'm in a space where even those type of songs, when I listen to them, like I'm just like, nah, this is not my thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so happy that you're here. I thank you for this time. And I'm looking forward into many videos with you.
We shall be doing more.
You shall be doing more.
Yeah.
So you had a verse that you wanted to share with the rest.
Yes,
Proverbs
so our verse of the day today was Proverbs 18 from chapter 10. And it says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous man runs into it and is safe. The proverb highlights the security that comes from being with God. Dwell into that verse.
Yes.
You'll
I will
feel what you're talking about.
Yeah, I will put it down here. Just sit down in that verse, meditate about it, and I'm sure God is going to speak to you about whatever that He wants to speak to you.
And as much as it's talking about security and being on God's side, it means you're protected.
You're protected.
That also means God protects us from things we are not aware of. We might be in danger, we are not aware of.
Yeah,
we might be doing some things thinking that you're okay, it's safe, yet it's not.
It's not.
This verse speaks volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being at the safer side. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you have liked it, shared
Please like,
it,